Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Andrei. Recently I upgraded one of the agents in Sparrow, the agent which works with LlamaIndex. Upgraded it from LlamaIndex 0.9 to 0.10, and this upgrade, as a result of this upgrade, I was required to implement some changes in the code and also in the requirements file. So I thought it would be a good thing to share with you. If someone is going for the same or similar upgrade, maybe it will be useful to learn what things needs to be changed. Okay, so let's start. So the first important thing is requirements file. Previously, it was enough to reference with a single entry LlamaIndex library. Now they split all the functionality into multiple sub-libraries. So this one main LlamaIndex, in this case I'm using 0.10.23 version, and then for additional functionality you need to import smaller sub-libraries like this one for the long chain embeddings, then for Ollama, for VAV8, and so on and so on. And yeah, so this probably makes sense for the core LlamaIndex library, because there's no need to create one big library with everything. It's easier to update and manage dependencies this way. But for us developers or the users of LlamaIndex, this means that probably it's also a good thing, because you can clearly see in requirements file what functionality you are using, and you don't need to import this single huge library. The only thing is that you need to maintain requirements file and check when some of the smaller sub-libraries is being updated with the new version. So then you need to update your requirements file as well with the newer version. Okay, so that's about requirements, and then let's see the code changes. So obviously, since library structure changed, then also imports slightly changed. I think for example, LlamaIndex, LLMs, Ollama, this naming of the package naming was changed. I don't exactly remember now what was the previous naming, but I'm sure this was changed for Ollama. For VAV, it was changed as well. So you need to go and check what is the new package structure for the import that you're using. So you should check this in LlamaIndex documentation. And then you also need to change from which new sub-library this import is coming, and then you need to install it and reference inside the requirements file. Okay, so that's about imports. And then the other change, for example, where the place where I'm loading embeddings. Previously, I was using long chain embeddings wrapper to load Hugging Face embeddings, and then I'm using those embeddings to construct LlamaIndex object. Now it's simplified. I don't need to use, don't need to wrap into long chain embeddings. I can use Hugging Face embeddings, and this class comes from the LlamaIndex embeddings Hugging Face base, Hugging Face embeddings, and I specify embedding name, and those embeddings are being downloaded automatically and can be used directly inside LlamaIndex pipeline. Okay, another thing which was changed, service context. It would work still, but it's being marked as deprecated, so you need to update it to make sure that in future versions of LlamaIndex it would work. So now, instead of defining properties through the service context, you're using settings class, which comes from LlamaIndex core, and you specify chunk size directly like this, assign it through the assignment. You also specify LLM. In this case, LLM object is initialized from Ollama, and embed model, you specify embeddings that were loaded here in a step above through Hugging Face embeddings. Yeah, and then for the V8 vector store initialization, there are no changes. It's the same thing, but when you create an index from the vector store, you don't need anymore to define service context, because all those properties are being set through LlamaIndex settings here, which makes it maybe more convenient. Okay, so that's about changes, and then if you'd like to test Sparrow LlamaIndex agent, then you would need to invoke, for example, through the Sparrow script, you pass which field you would like to extract from document, invoice number, then you pass type, and based on this information, dynamic by identity class will be constructed, and it will instruct LLM to produce a structured JSON output, which can be validated by identity class. So specify LlamaIndex agent here, and we specify index name, and this is the unique identifier which will help to fetch from the V8 vector store the document specifically identified by this index during ingest process. Okay, so here we do all the steps, and then we run LLM query, and from the document we get invoice number. So this is how it works. And by the way, if you look into the config script, we can see that here I have specified LlamaIndex agent to run with Starling LLM model, but recently I'm also testing another model, Nous Hermes Pro version 2, and which is optimized for JSON responses. And this model looks very promising. It's completely open source, even for commercial usage. It seems it works quite well, and probably it will be a replacement for the Starling inside Sparrow for the default examples. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.